The last video that I filmed before this one was probably one of the biggest in terms of views, the most iconic in terms of what happened. We got to rub shoulders with the likes of Brendan Rodgers, Arne Engels, Vladimir Weiss and Paulo Bernardo. And we saw Celtic, one of the best supported clubs in the world, get a record victory in the Champions League. And so when I was planning for the weekend, I thought I have to go in completely the opposite direction. And so today we're going to see what life is like for the team at the bottom of League Two. This is a nice part of the world. Nice place to have a coffee in the morning pre-game. We're in Angus today watching Forfar Athletic, and the last thing that Forfar will want to do is join their Angus rivals Brechin in the Lowland League. Now, I understand to a certain extent why clubs want, or SPFL clubs don't want the pyramid to be opened up, and oftentimes vote against it. Well, I've always kind of voted against it so that it's hard for teams to get promoted from the Highland League and the Lowland League. But I think in the long run it will hurt them, because it doesn't take much to have a bad season. You get relegated and then you can't get back. Look at Albion Rovers, look at their neighbours to Forfar, Brechin. They've been Highland League champions, but they've not come back up because they've lost the playoffs. They missed out on winning the Highland League last year to Bucky Thistle, who didn't even compete in the playoffs for different reasons. So yeah, I think it should be opened up. I think a lot of you guys think it should be opened up too, but the trap door is there, and if the bottom team in the SPFL loses the playoffs, then they could fall out of it and never come back. And Stranraer were bottom last year, and they're fourth as opposition today, which makes it even more interesting, because Stranraer did just about survive against East Kilbride. East Kilbride missed loads of chances over the two legs, and probably there's a junior ground there. Forfar United I've just driven past. Didn't even know that existed right here. But yeah, Stranraer survived the playoffs last season, and they remain an SPFL club, but they're not bottom right now. Forfar Athletic are there without a win this season. Will we see them win their first game today? We're going to see what life is like for them at the bottom of the SPFL. This has got to be one of the best locations for a stadium. That is so Scottish. Look at this place. The most rural stadium in Britain. It's got to be up there.
That's where the ref hangs out.
Referees room. Some McCoys and some Iron Brews as well. Ideal.
Yeah.
Refs are well looked after, mate. I like it.
This is the home dressing room.
Oh, they're like blue kits, and it's nice and clean and white and fresh. And
yeah, Martin Gray, who's our kit man and our groundsman, he's a bit of a local legend. He's been at the club for 40 odd years.
Yeah, really. Okay. Which player are we looking out for today? Who's going to be the difference maker?
It's number 4, Stuart Morrison.
Yep.
He's probably the one to watch. He sometimes plays defensive mid, he sometimes plays centre half. Hi Sam, I'm Robin Beattie, I'm one of the directors at the club. Welcome to Station Park, very happy to have you here. I've got to say, I watched your video from when you were last year, the Kelty Hearts
some
game.
madness in that corner over there, wasn't there, the celebration.
I saw you at one point wearing a Kelty Hearts Jester's hat, so we'll not hold that against you. Okay. You're very welcome.
Thanks mate, it's good. No, it's always good to be back, and I do love these grounds, particularly the ones with a bit of character and a bit of history in them like this. But currently bottom of League Two.
Not where we want to be.
And why do you think the form's not been quite...
Well, do you know, I don't think that our league position is reflective of the way that the team has been playing. There's a lot of games where we've played really, really well, and we've not got the results that I felt we deserved.
But it's still tight, isn't it? So a win and a couple of draws and maybe a string of good results, and you could be right up there.
We are not
still
where
early days.
We're not where we want to be, and we need to start taking our chances and start winning games, and hopefully. Yeah. Hopefully you'll be a good luck.
Hopefully today's the day for you, yeah. And you're playing Stranraer, who ended up bottom last season as well, but they survived the playoffs. But just speaking of the playoffs, one of your neighbours, Brechin, obviously went down a few years ago. They've struggled to get back up. What are your thoughts on the pyramid system as it is currently, particularly at the bottom?
In terms of Stranraer, we've got a really good relationship with Stranraer, and we were very happy and relieved for them to win their playoff, because as you say, the pyramid structure is there now, and nobody's ever come back that's gone down. I think 5 clubs have gone down and have found it impossible to get back, and we're very close friends with Brechin as well, who are our nearest.
They're a great club as well, some really nice people.
Great club, great people, and they're trying their best to get up. And
do you think it'd be better to open up automatic promotion and relegation so that when teams do go down, it would be a bit easier for them to come back than what it is now?
What I think is, in a really, really bad season, finishing 10th, it's a fairly straightforward thing to happen, but to get back up,
I always think that it doesn't take much to have a bad season and go down, but then to come back up it's almost impossible.
You win a league of 18 teams and that's your quarter final.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
To play the winner of another league of 18 or so teams.
And then you have to play the away leg at the SPFL.
I think it's so hard to get back up, as we've seen.
Look at this open terracing here. You love to see it, don't you? But you've got to be a brave man to stand out here in the middle of winter. Coming up is one of the best facts that I've just heard about any stadium in Scotland. Think about all the stadiums that we've been to in Scotland. All the goalposts we've touched. There's another one here. Think of all the grounds that have terracing, that have big stands, that have small stands. They all have seats. This ground does not have one fixed seat in it anywhere. We have terracing here. We have terracing that side. We've got terracing across here. But that stand over there, the main stand, it's all just benches, wooden benches, and a couple of like little padded bits for directors to sit on, I guess. I'm gonna go have a look in a minute. I'll overlay some clips of it now as I'm talking about it. But this is the stadium in Scotland. Maybe there's one or two more, but certainly not in the SPFL, I don't think. I've just been told that has no seats. Not one seat traditionally that you'd see at a stadium, the old ones that flip up and down. You won't find one here. It's been, I think, a couple of seasons since I've been up here to Forfar. How's things going?
Awful.
Could be doing better just now. Bottom of League 2, but do you think the lads can pull it back, get a win today?
Yeah, I think they can,
Today playing Stranraer, who finished bottom of League 2 last season. Do you think you'll get the win today?
Yeah, 3-1.
Score, you're saying 3-1?
2-1.
It's not all the glitz and glam of the Champions League on this channel. We're charging our phone down here and we are editing on this, which says strips on it, so I guess, hang on. If you like the variety of stadiums on this channel, please hit the like button. God, there actually is training gear in there. I don't think I've ever edited on top of a training gear box before, but here we go.
I'm Ian Duggan, I'm chairman at Stranraer.
Yeah, so we meet again. I've seen Stranraer a good few times. What did it mean to the club to survive that playoff last season and remain an SPFL club?
Oh, I think it meant everything. I mean, the town turned out and supported us. From the town's point of view, I mean, it even gave us the kick on this season. Season ticket sales were a record.
Right, okay. So it was a great atmosphere on the day, wasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, you've got to feel for East Kilbride from being magnanimous in victory. You've got to feel for them as well. They put a lot into getting to that position.
And even up in this part of the world, the Highland League champions who may or may not win that Lowland League playoff, and then obviously there's always going to be at least one champion who doesn't go up through
I mean, it's the same in any thing with football. I mean, the playoff at Wembley to get into the Premier League is a prime example of,
I suppose that's a team that finishes like 3rd or 4th though, isn't it, compared to like being a champion of a league, which I guess we're different. But it means a lot to Stranraer obviously to still be a league club, and Forfar are currently in the bottom position now.
Yep.
What will they have to start doing to not make sure you
hit the back of the net, same as ourselves?
Sounds like they're struggling to score goals at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hardest position to find as a goal scorer.
Ross, we meet again. You were here the last time I was here, right? And how's things going here at the club just now? How are you feeling as a fan?
It's not the best. It's not the best. Not won a league game this season yet. But
so maybe today could be the day. I'm here. Hopefully I can bring you some good luck. But do you think if you were to finish in that bottom place, I know it's a long season, right? But if you were to finish bottom, do you think you'd win the playoffs against like a team like East Kilbride or maybe even Brechin?
Brechin, I think we'd end up losing to them. That's a Forfar thing to do. But I'm not sure. It'll just depend how it ends. It does worry me, because I do think if we go down to the Highland League, then we'll be getting back up.
It's so hard for clubs to come back up. Would you change the pyramid system so that champions just came straight up?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because the point is, you win the league, you have to go up.
Yeah, champions should go up, simple. Yeah. And score for today, what do you reckon, playing Stranraer?
I'll keep quiet for that.
Okay, fair enough. We'll maybe speak to you at the end.
2-0 Forfar.
2-0 Forfar. What are you lads saying?
1-0 Forfar.
We meet again.
We meet you again, mate.
How are you doing, mate? You alright?
Good, yeah.
Still a Forfar supporter?
Yeah.
Still loving Forfar. Who do you prefer, Forfar or PSG?
Forfar.
Yes, I like to hear it, mate.
Yeah.
And playing Stranraer today?
What's your name again?
Sam. Footy Adventures on YouTube. You were on my video last time.
YouTube.
That
was 2 years before that I saw you.
That was about 2 years ago against Kelty Hearts.
Yeah.
And you won that day.
Yeah.
But what's the score going to be today?
Hopefully it's 2-0.
That's when you beat Rangers, yeah?
Yeah, they're Gavin Swanky 2-1.
Oh yeah, that's Rangers there. Who are these players for Rangers? Is that like Cammy Bell or someone?
Not sure.
I'm not sure who these guys are.
Just before my time.
Yeah, okay. And that's where you playing for Celtic up there?
Yeah, the match winning the league, County away in 1995.
Oh, coffee and a pie, it's got to be done. Ross recommended the steak pie, so let's try it out. From legit bakeries, none of this mass-produced nonsense at clubs like this. Oh, it's good. Somewhere rural like this, it was always going to be. But I'll give that top marks. Forfar at bottom just now.
I know.
Where do you think they'll finish in the league this season?
I hope we'll get a bit higher, but I think we'll finish at about 8th or something.
What do you
I think 7th, 6th.
These old stands of quality, the way they're built, like not the whole length of the pitch, so you get these areas where if you're sat like in the corner up here, you can't really see past all these little windows, but we'll do our best. Oh, I'll get your instant reaction. Stranraer have just scored.
Not the best.
Not the best. You've not had a good season, obviously, so far. You're bottom and you're now losing.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? What have they got to do differently?
Just defend. I think we need to defend more, not always attacking.
Yeah, and you've not scored too many goals this year as well. But would you worry if you were in the bottom place? Do you think you'd win the playoff and survive, or do you think you might get relegated like Brecon?
Depending who we're playing.
That's true.
You always get loads of games in hand down in the Highland League, and you never know who you're going to play.
That's true. That is true.
What's your score?
Big goal for Forfar. I did come up here to eat my pie in peace, but I've amassed a little bit of a following, as you can see. Half time, 1-1. And Sam has completed the 42 today, finally.
Yeah, that's it, first dog.
What a journey, mate.
Well,
what a journey.
yeah.
First dog to complete the 42.
I think he's getting his picture in the museum in Hamden.
Oh, yeah. He deserves it. He deserves it. And he was trained in Forfar, right?
Yeah, so there's the guide dogs training school just along the road.
Is that why you wanted to finish it here, I guess?
It just made the most sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Chance for Stranraer. They've got a good amount of fans, actually, Stranraer. Long old journey for them. But fair play to the ones who have come. But look, we're up at the top of the terracing right now. I think this has got to be one of the biggest grounds in League Two. There's a capacity of about 7,000, believe it or not. You would be able to get a lot of fans on this terracing up here. But yeah, look at that for a view. So that was the last time, yeah?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Pass
it back.
Come on.
Oh, come on. Oh.
No. No. Left doesn't blow his whistle. Come on! 30 seconds.
Come on! First win of the season. How does that feel?
So happy, really proud, yeah.
Do you think the lads will go on and kick on and stay up?
Here's hoping.
Because what would it mean to the club if they were to go down? Do you think they'd struggle to come back?
There's a lot of support, yeah. My uncle was telling me that there's been a lot of clubs that have gone down and struggled to fight back up.
Look at Brecon, your neighbours.
Yeah.
They went down.
It wouldn't make Forfar any different.
But a big win today. Where do you reckon you'll finish in the league?
6th.
6th. Nice one.
At best.
Good luck, mate. We meet again. So, are you still working with Stranraer? Or
Yeah,
are you
I'm
just
on
more of a fan?
media team.
Okay, yeah. And so today's loss puts you all level on points with Forfar and Edinburgh City and Clyde are down there as well. So there's like 4 teams that are like as a point between you all.
Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle.
How precarious is it being in that bottom position in League Two?
You don't want to be there. You just don't want to be there. After last season when we survived in the playoff, we don't want to go back there.
Has it given you a little bit of a boost at home? You say maybe you got in like 100 more fans now?
Yeah, we get about 120 more fans, so there is a little bit, but that's with a team that's struggling, so you can imagine if maybe we got a few wins, few more fans would start coming to the games.
And how big a win is that for Forfar then? Today?
Massive for them, because their fans were really going.
They were
for
getting
the
cut a of it. Yeah, that was their first win of the season, obviously. Like.
I mean, it wasn't a great game. Forfar, in my opinion, did deserve to win. But
so much riding on these games at the moment, isn't there? And what are your thoughts on the pyramid at the bottom there? Would you open it up so that it's a little bit easier for clubs like Stranraer to come back if they were to go down?
It might be controversial. I agree with the pyramid, but only if your ground is suitable. Because I feel as if they're just promoting teams. Clubs, I was talking to Forfar fans today, they've had to do so much to their grounds. You know, a lot of health and safety issues around the grounds. These clubs seem to be promoted and their grounds are
okay.
You know what I mean.
Right, okay, but so, this is a classic ground anyway. This is a quality proper
ground. You can watch it from anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Terracing, yeah. So the benches up here as well.
Still,
But long season ahead, you'll hope that Stranraer get back up the league.
Yeah, I hope so. It's a long way to go.
Didn't realise we used to play Forfar.